seen that the hashtag Yes Aldos Again movement marked 100 days on Tuesday. This was since a peaceful protest kicked off outside a local police station. Residents and various groups are protesting over high crime in the Eldorado Park community. They're now moving to phase 2, which involves taking legal action against the Gauteng government as well as the SAPS. We are joined by Dereleen James, Eldorado Park anti-drug activist, on the telephone line for an update. Dereleen, good evening, and thank you for joining us here on the SABC.
And thank you very much for having me.
Perhaps you could just talk to us about the past 100 days and how you've marked the success of the 100 days by means of peaceful protests.
Yes, I think it's the first time ever that we record a peaceful protest in South Africa. We thought that, we needed to do something different. We see protests happening all over the country, and it lasts for all of one day, and communities take to the streets and they burn their own infrastructure, and that doesn't yield the much needed results. And it is with that we said we're going to camp out outside SAPS we didn't actually put a day to it, but until government responds with an integrated response. Unfortunately, 100 days later, we were still camping, and we didn't have a response to our demands. And as at yesterday, 2 people were gunned down again in Eldorado Park at the same hotspot. So that's where we're at.
So, Dereleen, as we look at the response, at least from the community in Aldos, just given the stats on the back of, 2 people already having been gunned down since that 100 days, what was that response like from the community?
Well, yesterday, everyone was in shock. Everyone said that we have to take down the tent because it's not sustainable for one. But we have said, even though that structure has come down outside the police station, we are now looking at our options in terms of what our legal options and stance that we can take against government in terms of, our constitutional rights that have been violated and government failing to sort of render their mandate, to fulfill their mandate.
So it seems like your cries at this point have fallen on deaf ears, given the lack of response from SAPS and government. Also, in my intro, I actually mentioned that you're going to be entering phase 2, which obviously involves some legal action. Walk us through what that's going to look like for you.
All right. We have been engaging. We've appointed a legal team of about 4 members from our community, and they are currently, we've handed over all the memorandums that we have sent to government, I think, since the beginning of the year. We've actually gone as far back as 2013 when we had a presidential visit here, where it's clearly highlighted in the National Drug Master Plan that Eldorado Park will be used as the model for the entire country, in terms of responding to substance use disorder. We are asking, where is that model and what is happening? So everything that's been documented and taken through Parliament, we haven't seen it as a community. And hence we are now looking at our options in terms of what legal action can we take against government. Although government hasn't responded, we have successfully managed to sort of mobilize 21 other departments. 21 other communities, that have joined the Yes movement. We have Yes Westbury, Yes Cape Flats, Yes Lenasia, quite a few communities across South Africa that have taken the same stance.
All right, so Dereleen, for those watching, what is your cry, your plea for help? What do you want to see from government at this point in conclusion?
I think for now, just for as a starter, we just want to feel safe in our community. I mean, as I said to you last night, we had 2 people gunned down. This morning, before I left to the mall, they were shooting in my street. For starters, it's just basically for safety within our community, and then also to look at all the other crime generators of crime in our community, the unemployment, the poverty, all of those things need to be addressed. And hence we said we needed an integrated approach and a response from all departments.
Dereleen James, thank you very much for your time. Dereleen James, Eldorado Park anti-drug activist, just speaking to us about the update since the hashtag Yes Aldos Again movement marked 100 days on Tuesday, really calling for government to respond in the wake of the pressing needs that the community continues to face, amongst other issues, including crime and substance abuse. So